so we are talking about Amma Gardner's suspension from the bar. Even though she passed the exam, she was prevented from or suspended from joining the General Legal Council. And the whole backstory is this: there was an anonymous tip, to the committee, the legal committee, and it was saying that she is not fit to be called to be a professional lawyer because of improper conduct. And the improper conduct was, well, when you go to her YouTube channel, and even a Twitter page, you see a lot of videos about, she being acknowledging that she's an LGBTQ member, and also the way she talks and everything. It's something else. Let me just put it that way. The link will be in the video description. But what do you think about the whole thing? Did they have a legal basis? Because when a lot of people are saying that, oh, once the person has passed the exam, you cannot suspend the person from joining, the legal council.
Okay, so to my best of knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every profession have its own code of ethics.
Yeah.
Obviously, probably the exams and the interviews before you get called to the bar are the basis to sort out those who deserve to be called to the bar. So they go for exams, they write, then later on interview or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
So what you are saying is she passed the exams.
Yeah, she passed the exam.
And someone went to
Yes. Went to give a tip.
Okay.
Whether it's videos, whether it's look into this girl because of this and that and that.
And has the Ghana Bar Association come up with any formal letter to explain why?
Oh, there was a letter from the committee and they brought it out and it said that's why I'm using improper conduct.
Okay, so
they said there's a way law student or even a professional lawyer should behave, and according to the videos they've seen and things she has been posting about herself, she does not fit. She does not pass.
So the committee acted in the instance of law, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based on their code of ethics.
Yes.
She fell short of it, and based on that,
yeah, she's been temporarily suspended.
So the case is, why are people demanding for her to be called to the bar?
Well, some people are saying that some people are saying there is no legal basis because once they have written the exam, you cannot use. Let's say some people are saying you cannot use the fact that she wears 3 earrings or an anklet or this to disqualify someone because maybe in abroad other people, other lawyers have been doing similar things.
So I think this whole issue, on the long term, you can make an argument that because she has passed the exam, she deserves to be called to the bar. But we all know as I said, there are professional ethics to every profession.
Mm-hmm.
So if the so-called committee find it within, as I said, if they acted within the law, and it is there that probably if there's a misconduct of your behavior, you are not called to the bar, then they acted within the law. I'm not here to say she should go, or I'm not against or I'm not for, because the truth is, the little I know about ethics is that is more or less how the profession is being perceived, because every profession and how it's being perceived. And for example, the medical school, they have their own ethics, and I believe there are certain there are certain things you can't do as a doctor, or even if you qualify to be a doctor and they have a background check of you having do with any misconduct or something, and they can call for it to suspend you from becoming a doctor. I think they have the right. In engineering, there's a code of ethics. Same way in any other profession. So I think the whole case is, I don't know that as a misconduct. Like did she go and fight, like the
No, no,
exact
no, not
misconduct
fight.
or
Not,
the
maybe,
way
maybe
she
that's where
pronounced her sexuality?
probably. So that's where it was a bit.
No,
It was
because
a bit vague because they didn't state specifically.
so
You
I
understand?
think what they can do is, because what I know is with the law and its profession and is acute, is skewed towards certain things. Like the least thing you do, you know, be called to the bar. I know for sure because even undergrads to get, I mean, what do you call it? When you apply to become a lawyer, there are certain things
Mhm.
that you need to uphold.
Should fulfill certain
Yes,
requirements.
because yeah, I'm going to give you an instance. There's an instance where someone got all the A's, whatever, and wanted to do medicine. And the person went for an interview. And the interview, they asked the person, is any of your parents in the health sector? Blah, blah. It was just about nothing about what,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the person was prepared for, like
Mm-hmm.
coming to biology questions. No, it was just basic. Is your
General question.
general question? Is your mother in the health sector? And none of your relatives, not even a nurse. Blah blah. After at the end of the day, I'm sure because of that, they didn't. I mean, in fact, they didn't pass that particular person because of that thing. Because it's perceived that if you have someone within that sector, you will understand the job better.
Yeah.
If you have a parent, an auntie, or a dad, or a mom who is within that sector, who is a doctor or is in that health sector, the understanding is key of
Mm.
to why you should, be committed to the work, because your mom, your dad, and most of the time these lawyers, their parents for you to be a lawyer or have interest in law, probably then your relative, most often when you go and check their backgrounds, they are judges and lawyers daughters and sons that are being, I mean, passed or going through the same terrain of work or profession like their parents. Do you get me? So
Mm.
I feel there's something there. Probably that's why I can't say for or against, but I feel probably they think um probably she has made certain pronouncement that in the code of ethics within the law is not allowed. She can go for,
She can go for an appeal.
yeah, she can do whatever. I'm sure there's another section within that same code that will allow her to appeal for. So she only said she should take
But you
them on
see,
and
as
just because
as
I don't get.
as you've already said, the thing is that when you think about a doctor, something comes into your mind. You not once you hear the word doctor, you think of someone who is dressed in a certain way, a white overall, someone who behaves in a certain way. When you think of a lawyer, someone who is analytical and can use the law to defend or accuse someone.
Mhm.
You understand? There is a concept behind these names. And now when you look at Alma Governor or whatever her name is, I mean you watch the videos and you're like, why are people defending this? Because they have every legal basis to say that you are not fit to be a lawyer. You have put these videos out there. Number one, Ghana's Criminal Code 104 states that anybody who is engaged in unnatural carnal acts
Mhm.
stands to be prosecuted.
Mhm.
That's the law. And here is someone who is aspiring to be a lawyer and is actually saying that she's not just advocating for that group, she's acknowledged to be involved in the very act that the law is against. How
Okay.
can you be a lawyer?
Mhm.
You dey buy my point.
Okay.
That's the first thing. You can't be a lawyer. You can't be a lawyer because a lawyer is supposed to uphold the laws that are actually against the very things you do. So that's the first thing. Number two, I feel like she's not circumspect in some of the things she does. And you see, when we're children, I mean teenagers, you used to do things in university, you used to do things which you thought were right and everything, but you complete and realize that hold on, wait, this is actually not right. I don't have enough information on it.
Mhm.
I'm a child, I need to develop or broaden my scope of knowledge. I feel like she's not circumspect in someone. She has this belief that I can do whatever I want and nothing will happen to me. That's what I want to get to this video. Like, there are consequences to everything. No matter the video you put out there, no matter the words you say, they will always come back to haunt you. So for me, I think she doesn't deserve to be called as a lawyer, if I'm being honest. And people go like, but what about the MPs? What about what parliamentarians? They embezzle money and they're, but you know the way the world works. Like, the world is not a fair place. If you don't have influence and power, certain things are going to, they are going to get to you. You're about at the top. The law is maybe perfect or near perfect, but the people who administer the law are not perfect. So you for Bob, like, you have to know the differences between someone like I'm a governor and an MP. They are two different people, two different places, they're in two different levels of their life. So yes, it may not be fair, but if you are going by the law, they say the law is the law, right? If you are going by the law, then she doesn't deserve to be called to the bar. That's me, my take. I don't think she deserves to be. She can file a petition, I think she did it and everything, but I don't know how far to go.
And to add to what you're saying, me, the point is, because I don't have much knowledge about certain things, I prefer not to speak too much in depth with it because probably she being a law student, you might say, oh, she should have known better. So probably I feel I feel if if she really thinks she has a chance of winning the petition that she has put forth, then she should go ahead with it. Probably it can change the course of, because laws are there to be amended and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if she can put out a good case that, oh, because of A, B, C, D, because of this, that, I can make a case and get these things overturned in my favor or amend in my favor, whatever be the case. Or if they can probably give her a way out if she has to go and delete whatever she has posted, or there's a way. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't just, through the appeal and this petition, probably there will be much more better solutions to the whole thing. Maybe you need to go and do this, or this and this needs to be done, and this
It's
then.
even good that when the verdict came out, she was temporarily suspended. You get it. So it's still in the pipeline. It's a pending further investigation. So yes, you're right. She may have a chance. I don't know how she's going to do it,
So
but she may have a chance. Or the only next option is for her to leave Ghana, because then everything will be sorted out for her. But currently, as it stands now, I mean, I think the backlash she's receiving for the things she has been saying, I think is deserved. I don't see any way around it. There are certain professions that, you know why when you go to university, there are certain professions they see you, or certain programs. You are doing medicine. There's discipline there than compared to, let's say, agric or computer science. Not that those courses are maybe inferior, but these courses, medicine, law, you are literally giving your all. You understand? You are giving your all to that course. And so when you say you are going to, subscribe to those things, those courses or those programs, a certain level of discipline is demanded. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, because you you even have a strict dress code. You can't go to the court of law without the lawyer's wig. You can't. It may seem trivial to you, but you cannot. You debate at it. Yes, there's discipline, and that's the basic thing you should have if you are going to become a lawyer or a doctor. Discipline. And if you watch her videos, it speaks nothing about that. And you know the funny thing I find about her, she takes those videos and puts them out. Like, you are a lawyer, you are a practicing lawyer, you should know better. You are a student lawyer. You take these videos, put them out, and what if someone has a case against you? Then you are going to have solid grounds and evidence. You are putting the evidence that could be used to incriminate you out there. Like, I don't know, maybe Charlie, maybe there's a whole backstory to it, but honestly, she has a lot of reading to do, not just on ethics and morals, but also on law. Because the first thing a lawyer will tell you is that, look, don't shoot yourself in the foot. If there's a case against you, the first thing you do is eradicate or eliminate all the evidence. You understand? You make sure you clean up your act. But these are the cases are there, the evidence is there for all to see. So like I just don't get it. But then the last thing I wanted to ask is this judgment, like, is it hypocritical? Because this same Amma Gardner, when the whole LGBT thing came, and she was with some of the law lecturers to advocate for these things. And now, according to some people, they are saying that, so wait, she was there when she advocated for, human rights, equality. There were some parliamentarians even saying that it's human rights and everything. Yes, when the LGBT thing came out. And now, is it hypocritical that they are now turning their back on her and saying that, okay, what you're doing is going to cost you your profession? Because that's what people are saying. This whole thing is, is riddled with hypocrisy and,
Listen, listen. It's not the law. To be very specific, it's a committee. You get it? So if you're advocating for your LGBTQ, whatever kill kills you, is you have the rights. You have to, you can
The law even gives you the
yes,
mandate.
you can push the agenda. It's for your own whatever good. If they accept it, fine. If they don't, normal, you move on. But this one is a committee. A committee. I don't know the number of people on that committee,
Yeah.
but probably it's quite a number. You have males there, you have females in that committee. They will assess who to be a lawyer. That's what they are there for.
Yeah.
Not there for LGBTQ. You get it? So I think, and obviously, yes, you can go advocate with. Their lawyers are there to help. So there's a chance for them to help you channel your grievances in a particular way, so
Because
that
protests are allowed, right?
yes.
You can-
But this whole thing has nothing to do with lawyers and the LGBTQ thing.
Yeah.
It's a committee. We are here. The government set up committees to do investigation on what do you call it, public spending of government officials and stuff like that. The reports come out. Do they even? Who cares about it? They don't do anything with that report. It's the same way as a committee that have the judgment to pronounce someone to be a lawyer or not.
Yeah.
So just challenge.
It's made up of people, and they're the ones to use evidence.
And probably those people they don't partake that thing inside. So the whole thing we say, if she has the money, the resources, make she go to the latter. Fight. If you could fight the committee, the general legal counsel, exam self, then fight, go through. Then this your exam self, then fight, go through. Then this one thing. But then if she has her resources, she should move forward, push through, make give up. To the latter, it might change the course of the way the committee works. Probably, yes. If it doesn't, then
it could set up a chain reaction.
if it doesn't, you go to US. That one, you go there. There's no need for this committee thing.
But then, do you think the verdict that they pronounced on her is going to actually backfire? Because right now, like, a lot of these foreign news agencies are interested. Oh, why were you suspended from joining the legal counsel? I feel like it would even blow her up more. You debug my point.
I debug your
Because
point.
right now, sir, in viewership, then things for Twitter, YouTube will blow up more. So the thing we're actually trying to, cover up is,
They see. The Ghana School of Law is not covering anything now. That's the same way if there had been an accusation against someone who has a bad behavior, they would have acted in that same.
Not Ghana School of Law, but the whole criticism from society, like from people. Not Ghana School of Law. They've done their part, but from people saying that how can you be a lawyer? We condemn this. You are not fit. You saying that in one video she was talking about how many male private parts has entered, like some gross things, nasty things she talk about. So the question is, can this rather go like counterintuitive to what people are doing, because people are trying to, in quotes, beat down what she did. But
See,
yeah.
first of all, you need to recognize that I always say you have the right to where your rights ends, that's where someone's right begins. Right? So but then you have to act in accordance. The society in which you find yourself in doesn't allow such behaviors or such comments. But there's always free speech. You can freedom of association and sexuality and all these things. But yes, though the society in which you find yourself in frowns upon that. You get it. Me, I don't know what exactly, but I've not watched her videos. I don't know much about her and what she does. You get me? I don't even know much about her, so that's why I can't pinpoint. She said this on a video. Or she said that on a video. But from what I'm getting from you, what I'm trying to put across is, you are in a society, right? So you need to act
According.
exactly. So if in case there's a frown on that, see the same thing people frown on, the same thing people do. People don't steal. People are stealing. If you steal, then catch you, then go beat you. I'm just trying to make way. So that's the same way people are frowning on that act. Probably people are in Ghana doing that act, but it's not out there. You get it? So you being the black sheep to come out, there will be people who come after you. That's how the world works. That's how people are. That's how humans are. Somehow the same particular thing that. But the question is, should in case those people on the committee, one of it was their daughter or their this one, would they have, or they will still work in accordance with the law?
This is another story.
But then so what I'm trying to, if you come out like that, people will come at you. Such a country like Ghana, Christian nation, they don't like to hear gayism, lesbianism, sexuality. Even our society itself, no, they allow you. There's no parental sex education. Parents don't educate their child. Like it's secret. It's like something that you can't go there and say anything like that. So if you come out to express yourself because you have freedom of speech, that's why somebody to in freedom of speech is he will come attack you. You get me?
Exactly.
So I feel what international media, if they come in, they should come in. Whatever they want to do. For me, what I believe is, if there's a resource, I mean, there are enough resources for him. Push it to the latter. Probably it could help. Probably it will cast. If he cast, last, we will be there. I'm not so much dressed into this law and Charlie. They do for medicine, they do for pharmacy, they do for engineering, they do for law. Most courses, then they do architects, and they do they get committees, then they pass you. So then go add that ESQ for your name top. Engineers ING, doctors DR. So these things, certain professions, you don't joke with that.
Exactly.
That'll be how it is.
I think you've just summed it all, like head and nail on the head. There are certain professions you just don't do that. So if you find yourself in an environment that has a code of conduct, abide by them.
It's the same situation that's happening in this World Cup cut, right? You can't. You have the right to be who you want to be, but you can't come there and express yourself in that manner. Because it's not say it's not allowed in the world. It's allowed in the world. It's allowed in your country. But in Qatar, for the next 6 weeks, please, if you want to drink, we've made it
it will not change our laws for 28 days.
No, it can't happen. So you can't go to Qatar. That's one thing I say about. Before we end, that's one thing I say. When you walk into Christian nations, as Christians, we are based some way. Someone could pronounce to be a gay and to be a Christian. We have gay pastors. Yes, but you can't be in an Islam state and proclaim you are a gay sheikh, a gay imam. You can't. So those are the huge differences. You can't go out and do certain things in your own accord and feel like, oh, say. Then if you want a society we day in there, how we perceive
at the end of the day, freedom is not free at all.
Oh, it's not like free speech.
Yeah. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you.